Good morning, everyone. Today is the last full day that we are here. Tomorrow we are departing in the morning. It's mixed feelings. Sad, of course, because we're going, but yeah, happy for the new adventures in Portugal. We'll see how it goes, of course, because we both have never been to Portugal and we don't know how it is there. We have a good feeling about it, but you never know. Just it felt too short this week in Asturias. There's so much to see and so many people that love you and take care of us. It felt too short, I must say. And now we're gonna get some souvenirs for relatives. What else? Oh yeah, we are also going to the Laboral around 11 to the Laboral University in Gijón with the aunt. And the rest, we wanted to rest a little in the afternoon and kind of prepare mentally for the next trip, and also bring some stuff to the car. Now we are, in the end we did have some breakfast because we are eating late means 2 p.m. Because we go to the university to visit it with the aunt. So now we are walking to the aunt. Like I said, we're gonna visit the university, then have lunch with the grandparents, and after that there's not really a plan. It's just rest a bit for the trip to Portugal tomorrow in the morning. Register for the tolls. And it's interesting how it works, that you come with other plans in mind, like we only came here the minimum amount of days, so 6 days to just do everything, all the administrative tasks, and spend most time in Portugal, where we were planning to move to. But yeah, now we feel like we kind of like it a lot here. Let's see how Portugal is. The first impressions with what they were telling us, they try to scam you at some touristic shops, so be careful. Or toll roads, be very careful, because you do one single mistake and you don't know about it, you pay a hefty fine. So it's like, that doesn't sound very welcoming. Whereas here people are very friendly, and that doesn't mean anything, because Portugal also has very friendly people, but the first impressions. So mixed feelings for sure. Definitely very sad to be leaving this place, and we hope to come back soon. It would be without vacation days. We would need to work from here because we do not have many more vacation days, and it also doesn't look so good for the team to just take vacation all the time. But we would love to come here later this year, because it's a bit sad to live where we live. You feel like you have another type of personality that fits more to this culture of slow living, like they have a slower pace to do things, and friendly. They would sacrifice themselves for a stranger, and yeah, we are more like that. Yeah.
Bueno, te sale la verja, le doy un poco atrás.
No, está bien así. The school where my aunt went to school. Now we're going to the Laboral.
No sé si, bueno, podría defenderme,
Sí, sí.
pero no en inglés ni de broma.
Bueno, porque no lo diste en la escuela.
No, y lo intenté luego y mira que me presenté yo sola y saqué para poder entrar que estoy en segundo, en tercero.
Over there you have more campuses, and over there. And this is the main building that was built during the time of Franco, the Spanish dictator. Look, this is a very interesting thing. It's vaccination propaganda written in the Asturian language, which is similar to Spanish, but it has several differences that might be complicated for foreigners to understand. Over there you have the Asturian shield with the Asturian cross. Let's see, there, the Asturian cross in the middle. It was said that Pelayo, who was the liberator of Asturias, he brought that cross from the lakes of Covadonga to proclaim victory, and that he got that cross from angels. I think the story goes like that. So this is how it looks inside, at the atrium. The columns.
Claro, éramos 3.000 y pico alumnos aquí, Y luego la parte esta de aquí arriba eran habitaciones también de los internos.
Sí. You still have some remains from the times of Franco. And that's the Virgin of Asturias.
Eso cuando volváis tenéis que ir un día a Covadonga, que es muy bonito. Está,
This painting is made with mosaics.
Mira, concebido en un principio la Laboral como orfanato minero y transformado en el tiempo de su construcción. O sea, primero iba a ser un orfanato, pero luego lo pasaron a ser un centro de estudios. Pensado como una gran ciudad ideal, autárquica, o sea,
claro.
Pero solo pensar en aquí lo llaman el TFM, el trabajo fin de máster. Debe ser un rollo que te mueres.
Sí. So it turns out this university was built for the workers, for the children of the workers, and it was meant to be a citadel, self-sustaining citadel, where people would be enclosed here, kind of locked down, and they would have farms and goods, enough provisioning, so that they could live here. They don't need to interact with the outer world. That was meant to be like that. Now, after some years, and after the owner of the project, I believe he died or was very sick, the project was discontinued, and now it serves another purpose like this. Now, especially after Franco, it was rebuilt into a kind of engineering school. They also offered tourism courses, and I mean, my aunt and my uncle studied here. They also have a high school, a football team like American football. They also have soccer like European football, baseball teams. They have a bit of everything, but not what it was initially meant for.
Luego, si queréis, tomamos algo aquí o le hago traer.
They even have their own gardens here, where they grow vegetables, some plants. So a bit like it was intended to be a self-sustaining system. So this is like the sports complex for the people who go here to school. You see a swimming pool there. It's not well kept, and it looks very dirty, not very attractive, but I guess they will clean it in the summer. I don't know. And over there you see the mountains. It's beautiful with the clouds. I believe these are apple trees. We are here at the Botanical Garden of Gijón. And over there is where we come from, the Laboral University. So this garden has several areas. This here would be the Cantabric area. So basically what you can find in this region, Cantabrian environment. You can see.
Que venía todos los sábados y pasaba el día aquí. Esta zona es bastante nueva, tiene 2 años así.
Sí, sí.
Y eso, mira, esos son como las marismas, ¿ves? Por eso
Sí,
tiene.
claro.
Esto refleja las marismas. No sé.
Like,
la parte esta que es agua, así. ¿Qué es botánico o algo así?
There are several marshes here, as you can see, also from this area. Over there you have a labyrinth where you can get lost, and you try to find the exit by yourself. That's the entrance. A stranded boat, I guess simulating the beach environment. We are going into the labyrinth. Let's see if we find our way out. You have a more difficult question here, and here's an easier question, and we are already having trouble to answer the easy question. Whales are omnivore or carnivore animals, so do they eat meat or do they eat everything? But I believe, we think that they only eat plankton, so they are vegetarian.
But plankton is not meat. They are little.
Yeah, I don't know.
Internet.
The answer was wrong. We found a dead end. So they are not carnivores, even though plankton are living beings. They are omnivores. They eat a little bit of everything. So we should take the other path. Well, we made it out of the labyrinth, after having a couple of answers wrong. But it was quite fun, and that's how you learn. So now we're going into the Atlantic route.
Esta zona no la conozco porque es nueva, pero vamos a ir por aquí, sí, porque soy una montaña.
Oh, well, we are not going there.
Un día, toda la tarde, o un bocadillo. Sí.
I believe it's Laurel. See. I don't know.
No sé si la vendieron, y aquí esto era la casa de baños donde se cambiaban para el bañador, donde se ponían el bañador para bañarse.
So they were produced in the 1940s. Then they were gonna bring them. Let's see. They were gonna bring them to the center of Gijón, but the building where they were gonna be installed, it was not built in the end. So they brought them here, and that's how, like, the story of why they are here at the Botanical Garden. vegetables that are very common nowadays. They all come from the same type of cabbage, wild cabbage. So they are byproducts by mixing them and interjecting and
El sentido sí lo entiendo.
claro.
Metiendo muchas palabras clave y esto, pero bueno.
De oliva, ¿no? Oliva. An olive tree. Yeah.
Claro, esta es otra zona, no sé si
Holly for Hollywood.
me enseñaron una zona también que tienen como si fuera un laboratorio donde van haciendo también investigación.
Sí.
Mira, la juego. Esta sí es especie protegida, este sí que no se puede
No, claro.
en ningún sitio, vamos, es especie protegida.
If our budgies were here, they would just live in this tree, cork tree.
Me gusta cuando empecé el primer año con el inglés, sí me gusta la pronunciación. Las pronunciaciones me encantan.
Sí.
El saber la etimología.
The shop inside. But the prices here are very high compared to other shops.